Yo, everybody, what's good? It's your girl, Karima, the one and the only, and welcome to Immersed in the Sound, where we get lost in the music. Today's episode, we are going to dive into the world of sampling. Shout out to Ramel London, who gave me the perfect definition for what a sample is when I got to interview her. She said, a sample is when someone uses a part of a song in a new creation, which perfectly describes what a sample is. She also said that she's heard a lot of samples, but the one that sticks out most to her is when Drake created one dance using the song Do You Mind by British singer Kyla. Now, I don't know if y'all knew that one dance was a sample, but now you do. I know we all love a sample, therefore I want to share a few of my favorite samples with you. Today, for the first episode, I am joined by a very special guest, my cousin Taylor.
Hi.
So, in today's episode, we're going to dive into the world of sampling. Okay, so the first one is DJ Khaled's Do You Mind featuring Nicki, August, Chris, Future and Ricky Rose. This song samples Usher's Lovers and Friends. And the craziest thing is, even though Do You Mind is one of my favorite songs, I didn't realize it was sampled by Lovers and Friends until last year. I guess I've now educated you guys to have educated myself. And that's what Immersed in the Sound is all about. The only reason I found this out was because I saw a video of August performing Lovers and Friends and then transitioning into Do You Mind. Now, before we dive deeper into more of my favorite samples, I just wanted to say that I believe that there is an art to sampling, and I think Do You Mind is a phenomenal example of this. I believe that Do You Mind shows how a song can be sampled but also sound completely different to its sample, and therefore it lives on and has its own story and doesn't live in the shadow of the original. Chris Brown has a few sample songs that I love, but I think the one that people know the most is She Ain't You. That song samples his idol and king of pop Michael Jackson's Human Nature. The female R&B group SWV sampled Human Nature and created Right There. Personally, I love both songs, and that's why I mentioned them both. I also found out that allegedly Michael Jackson gave SWV the sample because he was friends with them, and he obviously owns his own publishing. Now, I know that's something every artist wish they could have control of, but obviously obtaining a sample from an artist who owns their own publishing would cost a lot of coins, child, especially when that artist was Michael Jackson. So that was very nice that he decided to give it to them. Fun fact, and in case you didn't know, you can actually hear and see Michael Jackson singing the harmonies in the video ever so effortlessly. I know the whole world went crazy when DJ Khaled released Wild Thoughts featuring Rihanna and Bryson Tiller. Personally, I believe that the year Wild Thoughts came out was a great year for music, but that's my opinion, and you guys might think otherwise. That song really had us in a chokehold. Like, from the minute that instrumental started, you just catch a vibe and start singing, wow, 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 thoughts. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. I really liked how DJ Khaled decided to speed up the tempo of that song, because the original version of the song was Maria Maria by Santana was a lot slower and had more of a Mexican feel to it, which would have made sense because the main guitarist was of Mexican descent. Now, if you follow me on the gram, you will know that I like this artist. And no, we're not talking about that artist that you guys think I'm going to say. Anyway, before I introduce this artist, I just wanted to give a shout out to my mom for raising me on that good old school music, because that music still hits today. Anyway, the artist is Miss MJB, the one, the only Miss Mary J. Blige. Okay, so while I was doing some research for this episode, I found out that her song Everything, which artist B Love sampled, originally belonged to the Stylistics. Now, I don't know the demographic of this podcast, but I think I've heard of that group. And even if you haven't, now you have. Anyway, when I played that song to check whether it was a sample, I then thought it sounded very similar to LaToya Luckett's Torn. You Are Everything by the Stylistics has been sampled many times like a lot of other songs. That actually sheds light on a conversation I want to have, but that's a conversation for another day. MJB is friends with the king of sampling, and his son created a song called Love You Better featuring Chris Brown. King Combs' Love You Better samples Case's Touch featuring Foxy Brown and MJB. This sampling conversation interests me so much, and I feel like I'm trying to mention everybody, but that's humanly impossible. I'm about to mention some UK samples because I'm British, but before I do that, I want to mention my fave from the Icy Princess. And I mean, this isn't her early sampled song, but this is my favorite. In 2019, Sweetie had us all singing Rich Nigga 8-Figure, That's My Type. Now, in case y'all didn't know, my type was taken from Petty Pablo's Freak a Leak. I was gonna start singing them lyrics, but child, those lyrics are wild. Talking about she got an earring in her tongue and she know what to do with it. And trust me, it gets wilder the deeper you get into this song. Anyway, child, since I hail from the UK, I feel like I'm obliged to mention a UK sample. The UK doesn't sample a lot, which is another conversation we will get into. But I currently have 3 in mind, and as much as I want to mention all 3 of them, I'm going to mention Digga D's Pump 101, and that's simply because I like his flow and his wordplay on the track. I also like how Still Brickin' added flavour to the track with his different sound. Pump 101 samples G's Unit's Stunt 101. I feel like I've immersed you guys into a small chunk of the sampling world, but there is way more to come, and stay tuned and make sure you subscribe. Also, follow the socials at Immersed in the Sound on Insta and TikTok. Before we end this part of this segment and jump into the next, I just feel like I have to mention this artist. And not only because she is the artist I'm covering and artist of the week, but also because she is queen. Which is why I bought my cousin, because she, child, is a major bob. I hope you guys have clocked onto who I'm talking about, because she is legendary. And she has sampled some of the greats like Rick James and Notorious B.I.G.
Of course, we're talking about the one and the only Nicki Minaj. We could go into depth about her whole entire career, but we would be here forever. So we're going to keep it short, we're going to keep it sweet, and we're going to stick mostly to her new album and to what she's been sampling.
Now, a month ago, Nicki dropped her highly anticipated 5th studio album, Pink Friday 2.
And we are obsessed with it. This album is truly a work of art. I didn't truly appreciate the album on my first listen, but it's like with anything Nicki drops out, it's so delicate, so intricate. You have to listen to it more than just once to truly grasp what she's saying. You have to let it soak, you have to let it marinate. And I'm so glad I was able to do that with this album.
I feel like I can relate to what you just said, because it was only when I listened to it the second time around that I started to comprehend the lyrics. And that's when I cried, because I could relate, especially when I heard Are You Gone Already?
When she teased a feature with Billie on the album, I thought it was going to be an actual feature, not just an interlopation. But after a few listens, Billie and Nicki have a beautiful symbiosis on the track. Nicki is talking about the loss of her father and how he never got to meet her son, his grandson. This song is a beautiful tribute to life and loss, and it may not be my favourite Nicki style, but I still find it amazing nonetheless. And the second track on the album is Barbie Dangerous, which is a complete 180 from Are You Gone Already? And 2 songs into the album, we're already being reminded of how versatile the queen really is. Her wordplay is immaculate on this track, of course. Name a rapper that can channel Big Papa and push up Papa Bear, I'm Mother of the Year. That has so many different meanings inside of it. Like, you truly do not understand the pen of the queen.
She's saying that she can channel the style of late Notorious B.I.G., Big Papa, even after birthing her son, and Mother of the Year is a double entendre. It has a literal and figurative meaning. She is saying that she's a good mother, and the fact that she's a mother, because all these bitches is her sons, and that's on period.
And we're still forgetting that her son is also named Papa Bear. Like, it's going in and it's like an onion. There are so many layers in just this one piece of lyric.
Personally, I love how Nicki is recognizing and honoring a significant New York native and a pioneer of hip hop, who she has also sampled. Nicki ate on Beep Beep. Like, no, seriously, she served, ate, re-delivered, and ate those bars back up again. Yo, on some real shit though, I want to know who didn't satisfy Miss Minaj in the backseat, because like the verse said, I'm weak. Anyway, child, that ain't got nothing to do with me. So let's get back to the song.
So we're going to dive into one of my personal favourite songs on this album. It's the Beep Beep. And I'm not on about the solo version. I'm on about the remix for 50 Cent. Normally, whenever Nicki's on a song with anybody else, whether it's her own song or she's featured on it, she's always washing these boys. She's washing these men. She's washing the rap girls. She's washing everybody. So it's really nice to see her on a track with a veteran who she can actually go bar for bar with. It was very interesting to hear the dynamic of both of them on the track. In the song, she references the game show Who Wanna Be a Millionaire in the lyric, Who Wanna Be a Millionaire, I'm Your Lifeline. And obviously that's a double entendre, because she's saying, I am the reason that these girls have money. I'm the reason that they pay their bills, because as we know very well, in 2017, female rapper beefed with her and it worked out well in her favour. Other girls have tried to reproduce this, but it has not gone very successfully. And also because literally in the game show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, you can call a lifeline and they can help you in the show, and then you stay in and you earn your money. And the 50 Cent verse, I just love it. It just hits my ear right. Like, their pens were penning. They did so well on this track. They ate it up. It deserved, in my opinion, to be a single.
Okay, so now we're going to get into this song, Falling For You. Now, I think Falling For You is such an amazing song. Like, I honestly don't even know where to begin my analysis. First of all, I love the beat and I love the wordplay in the first 2 lines, but honestly, throughout the whole song. Like, Nicki is really unmatched when it comes to the wordplay, and she's so clever with it. I'm glad she was gifted with such a remarkable talent, which has only gotten stronger the longer she's been in the game. I love how she made reference to R&B duo Casey and JoJo. Nicki says, thinking about you lately, JoJo and Casey, which is an allusion to their song Crazy.
My favourite part of the song is where she uses wordplay to make it sound like she's talking about a certain female rapper when she's really not. She goes, I mean locks ho, use a chop ho, I'm number one, they're gonna argue over top four. It really reminds me of the lyric on Ganja Burn where she was like, I double back, kill bitches, bury the body, which sounds like bury the body. It's just kind of like a full circle moment. There's always someone trying to take the shine, trying to take the crown away from Nicki, and she's never going to let it happen. And the fact she could slide so effortlessly and kill bitches on such a calm, chill beat it boggles my mind, really, it does.
I feel like Cowgirl is a very different kind of track for Nicki, but I like it because of its unique flow and it shows her versatility. The same is true for Pink Birthday and Fuck the Club Up. I believe that these 3 tracks prove that Nicki is not a one-trick pony and that she's not predictable. Previously, I said that Nicki sampled such artists as Rick James and Notorious B.I.G.
There are many samples in the album, actually. Some of them are hidden quite well. Some of them are a bit what some people will call lazy, but we still love them, all of them.
In Pink Friday 2, Nicki samples Lumidee's Never Leave You and Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. Now, although I love both, I want to dive deeper into the Cyndi Lauper sample, and that's because I feel like Girls Just Wanna Have Fun is a very iconic song, and I feel like even though Nicki is serious about her craft, she's at a stage where she's able to have fun with it. She gave the song a new life and meaning and feeling. It's still a fun song like the original, but this one made me want to shake some ass unlike the original. I also love how Nicki paid homage to another iconic New York artist.
I really liked Pink Friday Girls because it was nostalgic for me, because I grew up listening to Girls Just Wanna Have Fun because my mum used to play it in the house all the time, and now it's like I have my own version of the song that I can dance with my kids to. It's kind of like another full circle moment for me.
This song just reinforces Nicki's crazy influence because the original Girls Just Wanna Have Fun just accumulated another 1 billion streams since Nicki dropped her version. I mean, if that's not influence, I don't know what is. I really want to talk about Let Me Calm Down because I kept hearing that Nicki cried when she heard Cole's first verse. I mean, that verse must have been very powerful and hard hitting to evoke that kind of emotion from Minaj. Now, I never heard the original, but the song overall is beautiful. And before I heard the track, I knew it was going to be great because, you know, you have 2 OGs in rap who are immaculate lyricists on the track. I believe Nicki is talking about her relationship with Kenneth and how she loved him at one point but also hated him because of certain events that occurred before they got together. She makes reference to not regretting the decision she made after 20 years. J. Cole's verse truly matches the energy of the song, and I love it because it's like they're both having a conversation throughout the song. I feel like in Cole's verse, he's saying he understands her and he understands that he has to move different if he wants to keep her, which is beautiful. I really love when he said her life was trauma-filled, it left her with a tainted heart. I really felt that lyric when I was listening to the song, and I feel like it links very well with his previous lyric when he talks about loving her from different perspectives. The relationship he describes in the bars is truly magical and mystical, one that I aspire to have. When I heard Just the Memories, I automatically thought it was about her father and having just memories left because he is no longer here. It did make me think about the memories I have with my father. I wanted to create more positive ones. But I do believe in this song, Nicki is talking about her father, but also the memory she has as a child. She talked about a crush she had in the 5th grade, which is year 5 here. And she also talks about him getting stabbed in the neck.
That literally had me gagged. That part in the song was just so unexpected. Like, she just comes and goes, oh, my crush in the 5th grade, he got stabbed in the neck with a switchblade. Like, what possessed her to say it like that, just so casually?
Literally. Although this may seem like a sad record, I do believe it's a record about triumph and not giving up even when times get hard. I say this because the one line that sticks out to me is when Nicki talks about getting declined from label deals, but still going home to write raps. This shows her determination and persistence and belief in herself. And she's able to prove that if you believe in yourself, you can get anywhere because, I mean, look at her now. I love how she says she's one of one, which is so true. She is the pink print, the one and only imprint. And I love when she says, they say they mad at Nicki. They say they hate Nicki, mad because they ate Nicki. And that is so true. I know that there have been other pioneers and rapstresses before Nicki, and I salute them. But ever since Nicki has stepped onto the scene, no one has been running the game or holding it down the way she has. About a week or two ago, I was watching a hip-hop documentary, and finally, after a few episodes, they spoke about her influence on the game and just the whole rap and hip-hop scene. They showed her Dirty Money freestyle, and Deb Auntie, who Nicki was once affiliated with, said that a lot of people thought she didn't have what it takes, and that was primarily because she was a woman. It makes that line about how record labels declining her offers hit more, because I was just thinking, look at her now. It really proved all of y'all wrong and paved the way for so many, while showing women that they can really do anything and be whatever they are, which is so powerful, like Minaj herself.
Exactly, like she's the queen. Like, especially when with the one of one thing, it's like how in Falling For You, she's like, I'm number one, you gonna argue over top four. Like, she is the queen. She literally brought female rap back from the dead. Before her, it was Lil' Kim, and there was a massive gap in between them, and now she brought the game back. She's been running it consistently for almost 20 years. Like, that is literally so insane to me.
And that's queen. I love how this beat is not too overpowering, and I think this is important because she's singing, which allows you to focus on what she's really saying. I don't know about the rest of you, but I feel like through this record, she walks down memory lane and she shouts out some important men in her life like Wayne, Drake, her husband, and her beloved Papa Bear. Now, I just mentioned Drizzy, so let's get into Needle.
As you can hear by my sigh, I'm not currently the biggest fan of Drake anymore for multiple reasons.
I mean, I get what you're saying, child, but do you want to still get into the song?
Yeah, let's get into the song and then we'll circle back to why I do not like Drake.
Okay, so like I just said, we're going to get into Needle, which is a track that Drizzy featured on the album. So I like the beat to this song. I do like it, but when I originally heard it, I was like, Drizzy's verse should have been better. Maybe I was just being petty because I'm not the biggest Drizzy fan, like I just said. And me and Cuzzy here was like, why is Drake on the album? There were so many reasons why we asked that question, even though it does kind of make sense for him to be on the album.
I just feel like everyone loves a good Dricky collab. Like, they're always good together. Like, they wrote No Frauds, they wrote other songs together.
Hey.
But I just feel like Needle didn't fit the vibe of the album. It was given more like Triple House. It was very similar to Passion Fruit by Drake, if you know what I mean. I feel like it should have been on like an earlier album, maybe like 2018, 2019 times. It doesn't really fit with the rest of the album. And I know a lot of Twitter barbs also, they're not the biggest fan of Needle either.
I mean, back to what I was saying, that was my initial reaction to the song. But then I listened to it again, and I came to like the song a bit more, especially when I got into the lyrics and especially when I got into the lyrics and started to understand what was really being said. I even saw someone say that this song reminds them of a back in the day Young Money song, and I feel like this is so true. It's like definitely a full circle moment. Now the song opens with Nicki talking.
It's SZA talking.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Why would they? Oh, because Drake and SZA used to date, innit?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is getting interesting. Anyway, now the track opens with SZA talking, and then we are hit with Drake's first verse, and then the chorus. When I listen to the track, I believe that Nicki and Drake are talking about the essence of their relationship as brother and sister. I believe that they may be talking about how fans and some people around them may think that Nicki and Drizzy have issues, but they really don't. And I also do believe that in his first verse, Drake is trying to stipulate how these accusations can't weigh him down, especially if these diamonds in his ear can't. Now, before we dive into Drake's verse a little, I want to explore the start of the song where SZA's talking. That part of the song sounds a little bit like two friends on the phone who are a little tipsy. And of course, when you're tipsy, you say and do things you don't mean. This is making me think a little bit more about Nicki and Drizzy's relationship, right? They're like brother and sister, right? And obviously, brothers and sisters fight. But I believe with this introduction, I believe with this introduction, they are trying to reference the essence and core of their relationship. To get the world to understand, even though I don't think they really need to. In Drake's first verse, he says, friends were pessimistic about our love, but they are tired now. Pessimistic basically means doubtful, but he also talks about how people are miserable now. Therefore, he is basically saying nobody needs to hate on their relationship. And I love how Nicki and Drake decided to come together to show the world that they are united and stand together. Through this, I believe that they are stipulating that nobody has to look out for their relationship but them, because they both look out for each other, which is what a brother and sister is supposed to do.
Do they really though? I feel like Nicki looks out for Drake a lot more than he looks out for her. He's so shady and so petty when it comes to Nicki, because he'll share his boys, he'll share Future, he'll share Uzi, he'll share them on his stories. But when it comes to Nicki, it's silence. It's always silence. And people have started to pick up on it, and people don't like it because why are you not reciprocating the love that she gives to you? She's done nothing wrong to you. Because I still remember, especially when the hate train was happening in 2017, 2018, he chose Cardi over Nicki. He chose Meek over Nicki as well. Like,
I mean, you're kind of making me think differently now, because this is what we were saying at the start. We didn't understand why Drake was on that album, because like it's like Nicki has some kind of loyalty to Drake that Drake doesn't have to her, and we was a bit like, okay, why is Drake on the album? But then when Drake had his album and he promised Nicki was going to be on it, there was no Nicki feature.
Picture using me in the barbs and never giving back.
Hey, because he's really trying to.
I do not like that man. And especially how he's out in clubs with like, did you see the other day on Instagram, he was out in clubs with that 8-year-old boy. His son is probably at home learning French with his nanny or something. It just rubs me the wrong way completely. Shame on Drake and shame on that boy's parents.
I mean, cause he really wants to stick with Drizzy, eh?
I may tell a joke, but I never tell a lie. Nothing I said here is a lie.
So we're going back to when I talked about how Nicki looks out for Drake. She says, damn Drizzy, another bitter ex. That's so sweet. That's so sweet that she wants to look out and protect her brother, because that's what sisters do. And I know recently my brother was talking to me about his relationship, which is a conversation I never thought we would have, but it was nice and it refreshing that he like trusted me to come to me for advice. My brother comes to me for advice. I come to him for advice. But it's like Nicki and Drake. Drake, what do you do for Nicki? It's like Drake, yeah. Like, Nicki's really like your sister, innit? But it's like, she looks out for you more than you look out for her.
I just feel like that's the type of person Nicki is, especially with her upbringing. She's always had to like watch out and like protect people. So I just feel like that's just part of her nature. But obviously, Mr. Fake from the Hood Boy, started from the bottom, now we're here. No, you was on Degrassi. You was on a Canadian soap opera. You had money, darling. When you was rolling around on set in that Canadian high school in that wheelchair, you had money. Started from what bottom? Oh, hate the boy, honestly.
Yo, I just said that I loved how my brother, shout out to him, both of you actually. Yeah, I loved how my brother like trusted me to come to advice, and I feel like with Nicki and Drake, this might be the same. Like they have a similar relationship and they both trust each other. I resonated with Nicki's verse, especially when she said, "You're still my baby, even though you drive me crazy. And I know I get a little feisty." Oh my God. If this doesn't describe my relationship with my twin brother, I don't know what is, child. Like, I know we annoy each other and we go through our little phases and we get mad at each other, but it's all love. And then our relationship gets back to normal. And this is something that I feel like Nicki and Drake shares.
I kind of have something to add to that. Like when you're talking about the relationship with your brother, I resonate with that with my sisters. Shout out to my sisters. I love you both very much. Because like there is nothing more special than a sibling bond. It's like, it's like an unspeakable bond. It's unbreakable. It's just something that's magical. And I wish Drake would return the favour.
Oh my gosh, because he's really on smoke.
I was saying shots, bitch. And also, you didn't credit the City Girls on Kiki Do Love Me.
Where are we going with this?
Two bad bitches, they be kissing in a rave, kissing in the rave. Where's JT's voice credits? Where's Young Miami sound credits? You hate women, yet you act like one so much. You want to come on talking about your live streams on Twitch, Anita Maxwin. You need to leave the music industry.
Why even add on to that? Drake, you know what? Yeah, I have not listened to many of your albums. I can't even think of a Juicy Drake in my brain right now. That's how much I don't really listen to you. I don't really check for you. I still don't understand why you was charging £250 for concert tickets, and I was not about to go to that.
And it's the way also 21 Savage literally saved you. Like without 21 Savage, you'd be nothing.
Wait.
Honestly, Drake gets me mad as fuck. Honestly. You see the face I'm making right now.
I mean, we're trying to throw shots here, Drizzy.
Have you seen that meme where it's like him with like the afro puffs and he's like, he's got his hand over his head and his tongue out. Like,
no, I just saw a picture of you the other day on your Instagram, Drizzy. Like, you posted it on your story and I was thinking, hey, like, what's this nigga's MO? Like, what really is your MO? I'm so confused. Like, Drake, oh, by the way, Drake, yeah, you do not make rap music, okay? There was an interview that came out the other day ago where they was like, you make pop music. Yeah, nigga, you make pop music. You don't make rap. I don't know what you think you was doing. And you know what? Let me just say this, Drake, yeah. I feel like you are not making quality music, okay? Like, you've made enough albums for you to sit down and take a rest. But for some reason, you just want to keep... You wanna stay relevant. But the thing is, yeah, your songs are not really hitting. I mean, maybe they are. Not to me, they're not. But it's like, what legacy are you really leaving? Are your songs timeless? No. Nigga, shut up.
Some of them are. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be very unbiased here. One Dance, that's a classic. That's 2016 vibes.
That is a classic.
That is a really good song.
And you know what? I like Drizzy from back in the day.
Me too.
Like, you will catch me listening to...
I like the one...
The song with Janae Aiko. I love that song.
I like the one with Rihanna.
Energy. I got enemies. Got a lot of enemies. Oh, and your song with Dave. Like, they try to send for me. Envy and jealousy. It's everything I wish upon my enemies. All there for them. Right back again. But my mind keeps telling me. I hear everything.
I love it when he claps
I don't ask if it's all there. Because it better be. Trust me, it better be.
God, I'm trying to speak. Stop singing.
Talking and selling. Sorry, I just had to show that I did listen to Drake. Yeah, so Drake, you know, maybe try and start making quality music, and I might like, you know, One Dance was a good song. You know, we talked about how you sampled that from Kyla, but you know, like
his songs with Rihanna are good. What's My Name and Why?
Okay, yeah, we like Drake from back in the day. The Drake now, I don't really know where to categorize you. Someone categorized you as a pop guy, so yeah, I don't know. Like maybe you're just in some lane where you're just like, let me just do everything. But personally, Drake, I like timeless music. Yeah. Okay, and I'm not saying that you don't give us timeless music, but I'm just like, why are you popping out album after album? I know that sometimes we like that, but it's like...
It's not substantial, there's no quality.
Give us a minute, okay? Like, I haven't listened to Certified Lover Boy. I didn't listen to For All the Dogs. There are a couple of songs I heard, like I like Slam Me Out, okay? I like that song, but I haven't really listened to your album. Like, I haven't digested it. Like, I haven't listened... The way I listened to Pink Friday 2, have I ever done that to a Drake album? I don't think so. But I do like Take Care. That was a good album. And if you're hearing this, it's too late. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, if you're reading this, it's too late.
If you're reading this, it's too late. I did like that album. Yeah.
Preach is a good song off that album. I do like Preach with Party Next Door. Party Next Door, anything they do is amazing.
Is that on?
That's on, if you're reading this, it's too late. It's track number 9. Okay,
so Drake, we do love you a little bit. Like, maybe you need to circle back a bit. And I feel like, you know what? Us rinsing you out, it's getting back to the point where I feel like sometimes artists, when they're really hungry, the lyrics be hitting or the bars be hitting, and then when they've made it, it's just like, oh, I can just give out what's the word I'm looking for?
While she thinks of that word, I'm just going to direct your attention to Scorpion, his 2018 album, God's Plan, Nice for What. Those are timeless classics. That is good Drake music.
No, those are good.
That is good Drake music. You had everyone and their mums going, she said, do you love me? I tell her at any party, I only love my bed and my mum, I'm sorry. You had everybody singing that, bro. Trust me.
That's it.
Mediocrity.
You give us mediocrity. Like, it's like, you know, like, if you circle back, try to think to the time when you was there ever a time when you was really, like, in the trenches? I don't think so. But, you know, like, I feel like when you're really hungry for it, that's when the music be hitting. But then now you've made it, it's just like, oh, what the hell? Keep giving us good music and maybe we would like you a bit. Anyway. Sorry.
Back to Nicki M.
Yeah. The queen. Shout out you, miss. I love you.
I will be seeing you in May. I'm very excited.
Yeah, same. I'm trying to get my ticket. We haven't sorted it out yet. But
Gag City VIP.
I want to be a part of Gag City, miss. So yeah. Anyway.
Manchester's sold out, by the way. Like, completely.
You know she's actually got more dates.
Yeah, she's added more dates.
I'm just like, what happened to London?
She added another date for Manchester. She's added more dates in Europe. She's added
I'm going to call the O2 today because I need to pattern my ticket. I'm just here letting time waste. Because remember, I had more important things. My mum was like to me, Creamer, don't be like Taylor. Because remember, I was on the date, I actually had the ticket in front of me. And it's like to me, Creamer, you have bills to pay. Don't be like Taylor, okay?
I have bills to pay as well. Don't get it twisted.
My August ticket. I bought my August stuff in it, and August, I love you too.
Yeah, she literally contacted his PR team and ordered stuff from America.
Yeah, that's what I did. I was like, I need to get me because August. Yeah, I was waiting a whole year, and I was like, you know what? I sent the sweetest message. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I understand that you are expanding. This is not turning into an August episode. Sorry.
No, you talk about it.
I was like, I waited a whole year and I really, really want some Encino wellness products. Shout out to August. He made the best skincare ever. I don't care what anybody says. Okay. He has had good skin from day. So if I'm going to trust anybody with my skin, it's going to be him. And that's on per. So obviously, yeah. We're going to get back to Nicki for a second. Yeah. But this is an August plug. Go get his skincare. Go get his perfume. Les yours. Because you know what? Yeah, he gonna have you smelling real good and your skin gonna ache too. And just go support August and stuff.
I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy or anything, but I swear you can't get it in the UK.
You can't, but contact his PR team like I did.
Don't do that.
And go support him.
Do not do that. Do not listen to her. You are going to piss those people off.
Okay, yeah, maybe you will.
They're gonna block your email, Rima.
I have my little plugs just to be anytime you want products, just, I had to support August because I really wanted the products in it. And also, I love August. And the fact that he was like, oh, he now sees loved and heard. This is turning into for August.
It's not turning into an August episode. This is just a little segment bit. We can always get back on track. It's fine.
Okay, we're going to get back. I was just like, if you know me, I'm a really big fan of Mr. Encina or Mr. Alcina or Young or August.
When she says big fan, she means like one of those wind turbines that you see in the fucking fields. She's a huge fan.
No, so yeah, I was like, I know, I need to support him. Like, it's been a whole year. And I was like to the PR, I was like, yes, I know he's expanding. But like, I'm really upset right now. Like, I really want to get some products. And obviously, I got the perfume. And the perfume is, I'm just like, August, like, what was the aim with this? Like, why are you trying to have me catching attention? Like, I don't need to catch this kind of attention. But yeah, the fragrance is really hitting. That lip juice is ice. I don't even know. And the skincare too. Oh my God.
Rima,
I don't know.
I need to tell you something.
What?
There was this one time in 2022 where you was like mega obsessed with him. Literally, you were posting like 50 Instagram stories of him a day. Yeah, I muted your story. I muted your story for 6 months.
Yo, everybody stopped watching my stories because every day it was an August thing in it.
Bro, I shit you not. My fun was getting a workout, tapping. I just had to mute the thing. I love my cousin. Don't get it twisted, but it was long for me.
Well, that's why now I had to make a fan page in it. But the thing is, yeah, I'm just like, you know what? Sometimes people irritate me because it's just like, if you want to know Creamer, you have to know like parts of me, and obviously I'm a big fan of August. But anyway, I had to make a fan page because it's just like, you know what, I can't enjoy posting on my regular page because nobody cares. But over there we be having the time of our life, like
Speaking of fan pages,
Nation, we're talking about the barbs and we're mixing. You know what, the Alcina Nation, I love you guys, and I really loved when August was like, he feels seen and loved and heard. That really like melted my heart. So I'm glad that I was able to be a part of that, and shout out to you, sir.
Speaking of fan pages, follow me on Twitter or X at Blanco Barbie. That's Blanco, the O is a 0. Follow me because I'm boring as fuck. I'm never active, but please.
I mean, since we doing shout outs now,
yeah, follow Immersed in the Sound on Instagram and X and TikTok.
Yeah, it's IITS podcast. TikTok and Instagram, it is Immersed in the Sound, and that's on period. Okay, let's get back to Nicki. Nicki, I'm so sorry that I diverted like the episode and we started talking about August. Okay.
We are so ADHD over here, but it's fine. We're a vibe. You're tapped in for a reason. I'm
so sorry. Yeah. I mean, we talked about August in the sampling episode, so we can talk about him a bit, but we're gonna save August for another day. Let's get back to the album. Child, I just talked about how Nicki and Drizzy had a full circle moment, but it wouldn't be all the way full circle if Nicki didn't get the OG, the GOAT, the one of one, Mr. Lil Weezy.
Tunchi.
Weezy got on the album with Nicki and Take Code Bang. Child, the three of those came together and created R&B. It's a real nigga bitch. It's a great song. And before we get into it, can I just say I love the references that Take Code Bang made to Master P and the Lil Wayne made to Kamoira Lee. In case you missed it, Tate said, I just need you bout it like you Master P. I thought this was real smart given the lyric that came before. I thought that he might be paying homage to New Orleans because Master P is a New Orleans native. I mean, shout out.
So is Lil Wayne.
Yeah, that's what I was coming to say that. Patience, quantum.
Oh, I'm sorry, I ruined her flow. My apologies.
He did. Yes, she never had. Okay, anyway. Yeah, and I thought he might be paying homage to New Orleans since Master P is a New Orleans native and so is Lil Wayne. So is Lil Weezy. I mean, so is August, but we're not here for August. Let me shut up. Anyway, as for Weezy's reference, he says, and that cat baby fat like Kamara Lee. And that's a reference to Kamara Lee Simmons. Hey sis, hey, shout out to you. Yeah, she has a brand called Baby Fat. I used to own Baby Fat when I was younger. So did my mom. My mom still has the jeans. So
wait, so is it the ones with the jackets?
The cat, like the sign is like a...
They're back, you know, they're back. You can buy the jackets. Yeah. I saw it on Instagram the other day. They're like 96 quid. I really, really want one.
I'm actually subscribed to her page. Like, I get emails every day, every month. We finna come to you, Kamara Lee, and we love you.
Yeah, the jackets are back.
Ciao. I have a lot of tracks to get to on this album. So I'm gonna wrap up this song by saying that I love how in Tate's verse, he said, please, that body is a masterpiece. And then Nicki says, body a work of art like the Mona Lisa.
And that's like how in, I think it's in Chun's Way, she goes, my body, a work of art, he eating that Van Gogh. So I know it's not exactly the same, but it's like she's kind of referencing Chun's Way indirectly because obviously her body is a masterpiece. Her body is T, her middle initial, that's on periods.
To me, they kind of felt connected and I like that. I also like how Nicki made a song that is really her. No, I'm not saying that all her songs aren't like her, but you know, Nicki is a real R&B. And in case you're lost, what I mean by that is she is a female with a nigga spirit. Like she's
a real nigga, bitch. Like that heavy on it.
Oh my god. Like she's a woman, but her aura can be assertive like a man. And like she will tell you exactly what she wants and won't let you mess around with her because she's a woman. I would say I'm like that. And I love how more women are showing their assertive side more because, you know, we run the world, child. Now, let's get back to the song. Obviously, Nicki's been in the male-dominated industry for years, but she's been able to hold her own. I believe that because of that, she is stronger. In case you didn't know, the industry is full of a lot of messed up ish. If you know, then you know.
Right, now we're moving on. We're going to do another two of my personal favourites off this album. First we're going to start with Bam Bam. Bam Bam is just that bitch. She released it before the album on her website and the bars went crazy for it. I went crazy for it. It's just such a simple little song, but it just makes you want to get up and bust another fucking move. Like, I don't know what it is about. It's the beat. The beat is so good. And she's just, it's like the way she opens it, she's like, here I go again, kicking some dumb flow. Think she heard you because she just some young hoe. Obviously, the way she says it like that, it's like how Asians, like, especially like Japan, China and Korea, they say like their first name, the last name first and then their actual name. So like the way it's phrased in the song is like an Asian name. And obviously, you lot already probably knew that because that's one of her more simple double entendres. But it's just like, the song, it's just such a simple song, but it's so fucking good. Like, they say my price ridiculous. Like, it's just such, the beat is just so good. She switches up her flow multiple times. She's like fronto with the raw, how the gumbo roll. That's talking about like weed. And then she's like my nigga with the pot, which is also another word for weed. But it ain't gumbo though. Like people make gumbo in a pot. Like it's just amazing. But I can't gas up the queen enough. Like her dick is literally in my mouth 24/7. Like I can't even. But it's just like switchy on my hip. It sound like drum roll hole. I paid a couple bands at the drum rolls go. We're stitching up the plans if that dumb hoe go. We out in Soho. You just so like she's saying these bitches, they're just mid. They're mid compared to everyone. Nicki compared to everyone else is mid. Like, come on now. Yeah, like that was a bit of a flop. I kind of just chatted a bit of shit. But
no, but I liked it. I liked how she said something about how y'all be trying to tell everything. Like, you know, shut up.
No, literally, like she is that bitch. Like all these bitches is so. Moving on.
Let's not get into my
business.
We're
moving on to the song that make all the bad girl bust a wine. We're moving on to Forward from Trinity. That song.
Cause you know she a Trinity bear.
We all know Skeng and Skitty Bang, they did their thing on this song, darling. Like, I'm not even joking. I don't know why the Twitter barbs give Skeng such a hard time. He did his thing. He did his thing on Nickel Miss. He did it again on the Fine 9 remix. And he's just a 10 out of 10 dancehall artist. Like, I don't know why he gets so much hate. For real, while we're on the dancehall trend and Nicki Minaj, just give some shout out to Touchdown. I love that song.
Touchdown at the airport.
Tracksuit and I'm at Air Force.
Shout out to my mom. My mom went for a phase where she was just playing this song, and I was just like, Mom, why'd you like? No, I didn't say, Mom, why'd you like this song? But you know, like she rinsed it out. But you know, I have a cool one, so shout out to you, Mom. I love you.
Honestly, Auntie, you're so me for real, because I used to listen to that song on the way to school, and there was just something about that song that just made me walk fast.
Literally, like the beat and everything.
Like, I'd be able to walk like a mile in 20 minutes listening to that song, like just on repeat. Like, I love that song so much. But anyway, back to Forward from Trini. Like, there's not too much to say about the lyrics at the moment, so I'm gonna just talk about the vibes, because I'm very big on vibes. If you haven't picked that up, like, vibes is just really important. Also, shout out to Vibes Cartel. But like, the vibes of the song,
need to come out with jail, sir.
Yeah, no, actually, no, he murdered somebody. That's very bad.
No, I know, but like, wait, he's still making music from.
Yeah, because he's got a studio in his jail cell.
How the hell did you get a studio in your jail cell? I mean, you missed the Vibes.
Free Vibes Cartel, but keep him far away from me, please. Thank you.
Put him in the.
Anyway, back to Forward from Trini. I'm gonna skip to Nicki's verse just real quick, where she's like, they gotta look to me for what's next, too busy trying to trace my footsteps, because all of these bitches is her sons. They're all trying to copy what she's doing, whether it's the way she dresses, the way she raps, or anything like that. And then she's like, hit up my account, send me go a shot when my pussy good, so bomba us clap.
Hey,
like, obviously Nicki Minaj, good pussy, yeah. Like, I just feel like she's very good with her stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be like perverted or anything.
Let's not take it there.
I'm not trying to be perverted or anything, but I feel like she knows what she's doing.
But yeah, the queen probably knows, like, she knows her way around that little magic stick or whatever.
and then she starts naming like locations, like she did in what's it called, Bees in the Trap, where she's like, oh,
bees in the trap, bees in the trap.
Delaware, Connecticut, that's New Jersey, you got Haliburton, it's Bronx, Harlem, and yeah, they wanted Queens, Harlem, and Staten Island. Honestly, that's a shout. That song's 12 years old. It came out in 2012.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's mad. But she's like, wearing Trinidad, Jamaica, pop shit, Guyana, Barbados, India, top shit, Bahamas, St. Thomas, Turks and Caicos, Belize, St. Kitts, Haiti, and Lagos. And Cali, they love me. Danny Valley, they love me.
Lagos, you know I'm a half Lagos, babe.
Period. We're doing an update December 2024. It's happening.
Yeah, we really need to, but I need to go to but you know what, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna make the episode, but I'm kind of scared to go to Nigeria by myself, because it happened when I went to Ghana. Yeah, obviously, like, they don't see me as African, they see me as British, so it's like they will just take the mick out of me, and I just feel like I'm gonna get, like, they're just gonna finesse me. And that's why it's like I have to go with someone that's actually of Nigerian descent, because for some reason they think I'm British. Like, I got Nigerian blood in me. Like,
I saw this girl, she did that in December, and she like vlogs it on YouTube. She was like really fun. She was like, if you guys know what I'm on about, she's like the one who's like Oga, day 7 in Lagos, like whatever. She was like living her best life. Like,
you know, if we go to Nigeria though, we have to go to Victoria Islands. Okay, we have to go to Victoria Islands.
I'm staying on Banana Island. I'm a bougie bitch.
That's what we're saying. We're gonna go to Victoria Islands where the video we partying at.
Yeah, I'm a bougie bitch. I honestly, the mansions that are beautiful.
No, they really are. Oh my God.
I remember I used to do geography in school, and we did a thing about Lagos, but they were focusing on the slums. I literally told my teachers, like, why are you focusing on the slums? You're acting like everyone in Nigeria is broken shit. Like, have you never been to Lekki Phase 1, Lekki Phase 2, Banana Island?
You know what? Nigerians are like, at this point, we are royalty, and there's gold in that country, first of all. Where's that Ghana?
That's Ghana. Ghana's Gold Coast.
Yeah, I know, but Nigerians, like, you know, we have bands and stuff. We be like, we see how we be partying. Have you ever been to a Nigeria party? Like, we party like
they party. It's insane.
Hold on for a second. Have you been to a Nigerian wedding? Oh my gosh, that shit is like,
I've seen it.
Nigerian weddings are crazy. But let's not get into that, man. They be dashing money and shit. Like,
honestly, Nigerian weddings are like so much fun. I kind of wish I was part Nigerian sometimes.
Yeah, you're already the Ghanaian side.
I kind of feel like what's it called? Ghana is like Nigeria's version of Canada, if you get what I mean. It's like a country that's similar, but like it's not as important, if you know what I mean.
I have a serious question here, yeah. And I don't need to put like my Nigerians on like blast, yeah. But Ghana is more economically like developed than Nigeria, which kind of confuses me because Nigerians have a lot of money, but I just feel like you guys don't use the money like correctly. Like it's just greed or whatever.
I feel like,
and then why is Ghana, yeah? Like, explain to me. Why is Ghana, yeah,
giving you electricity?
Giving you guys electricity.
No, but I kind of get it though, because Ghana has like less people so the infrastructure can be better developed.
Oh, yeah.
Because like Nigeria has like 200 million people and there's like 25 million people in Lagos alone. Like 100,000 people move there. I can't remember if it's every month or every year, but that's a lot of people migrating to just Lagos.
Yeah, that makes a lot of
like
sense. Let me shut up.
there is a lot. Like Lagos is a big city. Like major things go on.
Like, it really is, man.
There is
shout
a lot.
out Lagos.
Shout out Lagos. Shout out Nigeria. Shout out Ghana. Do you know what? Shout out all of Africa. Shout out the motherland.
Shout out you know Africa. Yeah, the whole like you know like we Africans up in here, so we shouting out Ghana and Nigeria, but shout out the other y'all. You know Kenya.
Like Nicki says, shout out the pretty Somalis still. Those girls are absolutely gorgeous. If you're a Somali girl, big up yourself.
Yeah, and you know, if I wasn't Ghanaian Nigerian, I would love to be Congolese. Like, you people look lit. I'm sorry.
Oh, shout out to my friend Allegra. She's Congolese and Angolan. Shout out to you, darling. I love you. But anyway, back to the song. We went off track severely again.
We've been off track many times. I think we're really going ADHD. Well, we don't, but you know, like we're some bipolar ass bitches.
It's Skeng's verse at the end of the song. It literally just makes you want to get up and like bust a gunman dance. Like it is such a good verse. It's like she love gunman in action. You got that. And if you not flick batty better luck chat. She want gangster for killer with back shot. Gunman in up at your belly like hopscotch. Send it right up in there. You. Oh my God, I cannot read patois. I'm very sorry, Jamaicans.
You'll
like
need to try.
This is offensive.
I mean, I could read patois, I think.
Let me give it another go.
Yeah.
Send it right up in there. You think me ramp up barbs and dollar my name comes up.
Let me do it. Where are you reading? Sorry.
I am at send it right up in there.
Send it right up in there. Yeah. Wait, what?
Should we get my dad up in there because he can speak patois?
I can speak it, but
I can speak it, but I can't read it.
No, I read it up. There you go. You take me ramp up. Bob's I dolly miss it. My name comes up.
Violent Island girls, we got their thumbs up.
Hey, this is hitting. Sorry. No,
do you remember do you remember that Little Mix interview where they were like, oh, do a Jamaican accent, and that goes like, beleg day. That's literally what it's giving. I feel like patois is one of those languages it's not meant to be read. I feel like unless you speak it yourself, you cannot read it properly.
No, but I think I'm doing quite well here.
It's like that thing where that meme that went around a couple of years ago where it was like, Jamaican Jehovah's Witnesses, they left a letter in my door. And then it's like, I really control this whole world.
I don't pay attention to memes or whatever, so I have no idea what she's talking about.
Oh my God, please, no. I hope someone actually understands what I'm saying because it's literally the funniest thing ever. It's like, the devil, God sending picnic in a world if you mash up the devil work. Like, I'm obviously British in the language and I really do apologise, but it was one of the funniest videos I've ever seen in my life. Then she takes off 8 bars to shout out her son. Like, periods.
Papa
like,
Bear has really been in this album.
Go Papa. Like, he's been such a big part of this album.
He really has. Like, he was in Are You Gone Already? Like, that was so beautiful.
Word on the street is he's Nicki Minaj's ghostwriter, but you didn't hear that from me.
Anyway, are we finished?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So, child, I'm going to get into My Life. And I feel like My Life is one of those songs that has its own personality. I know every song on here has its own persona and tells us something different about Nicki. But with this one, I can't put my finger on it. I just feel like it's different. From the beat to the lyrics and the wordplay. Everything is just so exceptional, and I believe that's what makes it such a beautiful song. I really like the opening lyrics to the song, and just like I stipulated many times in this analysis,
honestly, Heart of Glass or whatever it's called.
Yes, Heart of Glass.
Yeah, Heart of Glass. Honestly, the original song. Shout out to my mum and my aunt. They used to blast that song all the time. It reminds me of them so much. I think we spoke about this earlier.
Shout out to Auntie Lynn.
I think we shouted this out earlier in the episodes where we was talking about My Life, but we only dove into it briefly. Yeah. But I just want to bring it back. Like, shout out to my mum, shout out to my aunt. Like, I love you guys so much. Like, that song, it's big memories.
Minaj is always one up when it comes to the bars and references in her records. Shout out to the queen. In the same verse, I also love when she says, "Ayo, these bitches lucky I still ain't found a nanny." It's real clever, but it also is a tribute to her skill and her influence to everything. Because I mean, she is still serving us with all that and more, despite being a mother. I mean, she's a mother to Papa Bear, but she's a mother to you hoes.
I also love how at the beginning of the song, I ball hard. I ain't ever got to owe them like Lammy. Like, obviously, that is a basketball reference to basketball player Lamar Odom. She's saying she always ball hard, but she ain't ever got to owe them. Like, she got her own money. She balling hard. She a bona fide baller. She got her own money. She ain't ever in debt. She got her own money. Then there's another lyric which is like, all them my junior Sammy are. I don't know who Sammy is, but I'm guessing that is also another reference. Like, Sammy, if you're watching, or someone who knows you's watching, I do apologize, but this man could walk past me in the street, and I hate to say it, I don't know this man.
Oh, we're doing up Kiki in this joint.
Shout out to Kiki Palmer. She threw shade at Chop Ho. And she was like, and the interviewer was like, oh, have you spoken to Nicki Minaj recently? And then she was like, yeah, but I didn't record it though. Like, bitch, catch the shade, bitch.
Okay. Anyway, if she had a nanny, she could deliver more, which maybe she might think. But personally, Nicki, I think the message is loud and clear. And as she stated later, she's got bigger fish to fry. Despite the beauty in this song, I personally feel like Nicki is describing the things she has gone through because of who she is. She talks about being judged and how people have tried to shit on her. That's real sad. But at the end of the day, is mad that she did it better, like she said in Just Like the Memories. And personally, I don't think she should worry either, because her legacy and influence proves that. And she also said in the...
Oh, this is also the song where she goes, I told Drake he ain't owe me for nothing, never did. Yes, he does, bitch. Yes, he does. You're being too humble, Nicki. He owes you everything.
She said in the song, bunch of jealous bitches, but I know the real bitches hear me. And all I can say to that is, Miss Minaj, be, feel, and see you around here, because we is some real bitches. Can I just say, in this song, she says, I don't need no more drama in my life. And that is the vibe for 2024. And the rest of my life is why I be cutting off hella people, because I need my peace, child. With that being said, I feel like we should jump into Nicki Hendrix. This track talks about relationship dynamics and sometimes the roller coaster of emotions that comes into play in relationships. Now, I don't know about the rest of y'all, and I guess this is up for debate, but personally, to me, I think Nicki Hendrix is quite a deep song. And you will only understand what I mean if you really get into the lyrics. Now, because I always delve really deep into songs, I don't want to dissect this song too much, because y'all can do that yourself. However, I think the first few lyrics really stuck out to me. Future says, feeling destructive leads to destruction. These lyrics are very powerful, and I believe that they promote self-reflection within ourselves and encourage us to look at ourselves from an introspective lens, so that we can not only understand ourselves, but also understands the roles we play in how situations play out.
I just want to say, from a Gag City Pluto collab, it was not what I was expecting. I was expecting a song like Sir, a song like Transformer.
Or like Press Play?
Or like Press Play, exactly.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah.
Like, because normally when they get together, it's like a song that you'll hear in the fucking club. This wasn't that. And it threw me off a little bit. But obviously, anything that they do together, it is a good song. It's just not what I was expecting.
That's like what you said about like the album, how you like, it didn't disappoint you.
Yeah. When I first listened to it didn't disappoint me. It just wasn't what I was expecting. Then I had to listen to it a good few times to truly understand it. Because like, obviously, like I said at the beginning, everything she does is so intricate and delicate. You have to let it soak. You have to let it marinate like your chicken. If you ain't seasoning your chicken, bitch, you're doing it fucking wrong.
Period. Child, this is a podcast and I ain't trying to make myself cry or make y'all cry. So I think I'm going to jump into a different song. One that doesn't require me to get too deep. And I think that song is Everybody. Everybody.
Deep in as fuck. Another year, another been somebody. No nigga, you ain't fuck the new body. I heard that on the radio yesterday. I was gagged. I was literally. Did you see it on my Snapchat story? I was sat in my man's living room.
I kind of stopped watching your Snapchat story because like it be so long.
It's not even that long.
No, sometimes when I'm not busy, I watch it and I'm like, I start laughing because your stories are hilarious.
Yeah, I am literally so funny. You should follow me.
Get her a show,
please. Thank you. Can I get my own podcast off of this, please? Thank you.
Okay. Anyway. Everybody is such a fun song. Like the beat is fun, the feature is fun, and it's just all around a high energy song. In case y'all didn't know, that song is also a sample, like F the Club Up and others I have mentioned. Everybody samples Junior's 2002 song Move Your Feet. And then F the Club Up samples Waka Flocka Flames F the Club Up featuring Pastor Troy and Slim Duggin.
Can I say something? I thought that Everybody sample was a lot older than that. I was expecting a lot older than 2002. I thought it was like 1978 or something.
No, not all the time.
I really thought it was a lot older than that. It just sounds a lot older.
Yeah, that song actually, when I played it, I was like, that sounds like a really
It sounds like a really old song.
Yeah, it was only 2002. I was 2 years old.
Literally, like, that's mad.
It's crazy. Without getting too deep into this song, I love how Nicki turned this into a dance record and it was still a vibe. But, you know, that's what the queen does. I just want to make a little point. I feel like throughout this album, Miss Minaj has been able to be modest about who she is, but still remind us very clearly that she has been running the game. And that shows her power and influence. Like, she be running this shit, and these bitches is her sons. Anyway, child, I feel like that shows her power and influence. She has, but also it shows her power and influence, but it also shows how humble she is, and I love that. It's like she's throwing shade, but she's doing it in a way where it's like, she's not. Wait.
It's like she doesn't.
It's like she's throwing shade, but she's doing it in a way where it's like she's not. And I mean,
because that's the thing with Onika.
Makes it effortless.
Yeah, that's the thing with Onika. She doesn't make a diss record. She makes a song that is a hit that she disses you on. Like No Frauds. No Frauds. That's a hit song.
I don't need no frauds.
Like, that's a good song, but it ruined a certain woman's career. Like, picture me all dressed in black, they calling me Miss Mary Mac. Like, come on now.
Okay. Yeah, that's what makes it effortless. Like, she's done it so many times, but she's done it in a way where it still comes across as her being a queen and she's not being messy with it. And can we just give her a round of applause for that? Okay, now Blessings features legendary gospel artist Tasha Cobbs. And I feel like this song is such a magical song. Like, even the beat to me is so majestic. And I feel like it fits perfectly and resonates with how the song starts. In the first verse, Nicki says, recently became a mama, and it thrills me. Aww.
That means this verse must have been filmed quite a while ago then. Recorded quite a while ago.
Yeah, you know, some songs just sit in the vault for years.
Yeah, like Nicki Hendrix was sat in the vault for like 6-7 years.
August, get some songs out of that vault. I'm joking. So
I want Nicki. She said she's got 3 albums worth of songs in the vault.
Let me sharp. She has what?
She said she's got 3 albums ready in the vault. I think it was either 3 albums ready or 3 albums worth of songs.
Miss Minaj, can you please release those first? No, actually,
release Big Barbie.
I'm sorry, Miss. You just put out an album and you're gonna give us a tour. So let me stop, like, you know, pestering you because you're queen. Like,
after the tour, we need Big Barbie. I need Big Barbie.
Leave her alone.
And the fact she never released regular either, like, that's actually crazy. Also, release Arctic Tundra. That song slaps.
And to me, that whole verse is so beautiful because it feels like becoming a mother has taught her so many things, and she's gained way more out of it than just her beloved Papa Bear. I know that the mothers out there listening to that probably resonated with that. And I mean, I'm not a mother, but I know a lot of people say that when you become a mother, it changes you in an amazing way. So shout out to Nicki and Papa Bear. And, you know,
shout out to all the mothers out there too.
Yeah, shout out to all the mothers out there, man. Mom, I don't know how you've done this shit for so many years. Like, I literally deeped it the other day ago. Someone was like to me, imagine the age you are now. Your mom had twins. And I was like, shit, like, I can't imagine me having twins at the age I am now. So, Mom, shout out to you. I know I piss you off sometimes, but I really do love you, Mom. You're amazing.
Shout out to my mum too. Sorry I was a little shit growing up, but is what it is. Live and you learn. Love you. Mwah.
Wait, what did you say?
I said, sorry I was a little shit growing up, but it is what it is. Like,
yeah, Taylor was wild.
I was wild, but it's over now. Me and my mum were besties. Me and my sister as well. She's literally like my second mum because obviously she's a lot older than me. She's 21 years older than me. She's 40 in a couple of weeks. So happy birthday to Lee. Shout out to Lee, my second mother, my ride or die. I love you, my homegirl, still.
we actually need to come like link up, like everybody, like just, you know, have a girls' day, whatever. We can go to the spa or whatever.
I would actually love that. I really need a spa day.
I really wish I had a sister, but you know, I have sisters in spirit. And you know, my little mini me over here.
Like, excuse me.
No, because you're 18, I'm 23. And
I am not your mini me. I'm my own person. We are nothing. We are similar.
No, we're very similar. Like, it's actually crazy.
We are similar, but I'm not a mini me.
Taylor is her own little like person, but you know, we're kind of similar, like, you know.
I'm grown.
She wants to learn from somebody. I'm joking.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj, period.
Yeah, that's her mom. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not even joking, you guys. Obviously, you can't see it because we're not recording, but I literally have a Barbie wrist tat. Like, it's a Barbie on my wrist tat.
Her wrist tat. I'm like, what? Bitch, you got a wrist tat?
I got it tattooed when I was 17, but you don't need to know about that still.
Therefore, it feels like she is referencing Papa Bear, who is her magical blessing, given the title of the song. Additionally to this, I believe that this song is this. I believe that this is a song of gratitude, where at some point it feels like Nicki is having a conversation with God and thanking him for all that he has done for her. At one point in the song, she talks about how her cup is never empty, and she always has plenty. And in essence, she is saying that her life is always full of blessings and God always makes sure that she is okay, which is beautiful and true for so many of us. In Tasha's verse, it feels like she tries to remind us about the importance of God and how he never leaves us, which is so true, because when it comes to having a relationship with him, he is always present and never tells us not to seek him. But because we are the ones that pull away sometimes, it feels like we've lost our relationship with him. But we really haven't. We just have to learn to seek him again. With that being said, I think it's time we get into the last two songs on the Pink Friday. Wait.
Before we move on from Blessings, I just want to say this is not the first time Tasha Cobbs and Nicki have collabed.
I love their other song.
It's the one where it's like, I don't need to talk, the Lord defends me.
Yeah, I love that song.
I watched them all for going against me. Honestly, such a good song.
Yeah, I love.
Honestly, and shout out to Blessings. It's still #1 on the gospel charts on Billboard. So shout out for that. Also, shout out to everybody.
Remember to always praise God. He's amazing.
I also think it is #1 on the TikTok charts. That's everybody. Like, songs went #1. Honestly, this album has broken so many records, you guys. Like, Nicki has done her big one.
Deep the fact that the last time she gave us an album was 2018.
I was 11 years old when that album dropped, you guys.
I was 18.
Now I'm 18. I'm 19 this year, big 19.
And now, I mean, she dropped an album, like, was that 5 years ago?
It was 5 years ago.
5 years ago, and she's still breaking charts. You bitches isn't really her sons.
Also, Justice for Queen, please. That album was amazing.
No, it really was. I feel like I went back to listen to it, and I was just like, wow, she really ate on this.
I love Queen so much. Honestly, being a Barb during the hate train was insanity.
I've always been a Barb, yeah.
I was fighting for my life.
Oh my God.
I was 11 years old fighting for my life. I was scared.
With that being said, I think it's time we get into the two last songs on the Pink Friday 2 review, which are actually the first songs that she gave us from the album. Last Time I Saw You and Big Difference. Both of these tracks are different in their own way.
Quickly, we're going to talk about Super Freaky Girl because we've neglected that song a little bit. Yes, it was...
Wait, quickly. Like I said previously, that song is a sample and it samples... Was that one that samples Rick James?
Yeah, Rick James Super Freak.
Yeah, it samples Rick James Super Freak.
That song, it broke records. It was her first solo #1, which is... that's literally insane. I think it was 2022, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that was her first solo #1. Like, the devil works fucking hard to keep Nicki from getting #1s. Like, that's insane. Her first solo #1. But like, the song, it was a sample, and then there was the Roman remix, and then there was the... I can't remember what the other remix was called, but it was the one with Katie Got Bands, Malibu Mitch and JT. That's recently gone 3 times platinum, actually. And Nicki said all the girls who were on that song are getting their plaques. So congratulations to all of them. Bia was on it as well. Shout out to Bia. Like, the song, it was a moment. It was giving Anaconda. It was giving Starships. It was giving Super Bass. Like, it was giving. It did what it needed to do. Like, she did her big one.
With that being said, I think it's time we get into the 2 last songs on the Pink Friday 2 review, which are actually the first songs from the album that Nicki gave us. Last Time I Saw You and Big Difference. Both of these tracks are different in their own way. Last Time I Saw You is the more emotional but reflective track, where I believe Nicki explores the idea of cherishing every moment with the ones you love. This is such a captivating and powerful message to put across, and I love it because I feel like a lot of us sometimes are so busy that we forget to cherish the memories that we have.
Also, shout out to my sister again. She was playing this song in the car the other day, Big Barbie, periods. But also, it's not the first two songs from the album. The first song from the album was Super Freaky Girl, technically.
I know, but you know, like, she's done it on the Video Music Awards. She gave us Bam Bam.
Yeah, she gave us Big Difference. Honestly, I watched the VMAs live.
Yeah. You watched it.
I had to fight for my life to find somewhere to watch it. Like, being a UK barb is difficult.
I actually hate the UK. Yeah, like, there's so many things I can't watch. Plus, this country is depressing. Like, why am I even here?
But we're not getting into the politics of the UK right now. If you want that from us, you can request that from us. We'll do a whole episode about that. Trust me.
Oh my God.
I can cuss this good for nothing country out for over 3 hours, darling. I've got smoke.
This is such a captivating and powerful message to put across, and I love it because I feel like a lot of us sometimes are so busy that we forget to cherish the memories we have with our loved ones, and then when they're gone, we can't make any more. A lot of fans speculated that she was referencing and reminiscing about her relationship with her late father. In the introduction of the song, Minaj alludes to the idea that she pushed someone away who wanted to communicate with her because she was in a rush. Through the lines, it feels like Nicki feels a sense of regret and missed opportunity because she says, "I wished I hugged you tighter the last time I saw you." I believe that this is a very important message to put across, and I think that a lot of us need to take the time to really comprehend what she is saying, because our time on this planet is so short, and we often think that it's so long, and that's why we need to cherish and appreciate the ones in our life while they are here. Personally, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I've reflected a lot about my life through this album. I know in this song, when Nicki said, "Maybe I pushed you away because I thought I'd bore you," and "listen so close but we're so distant," those lines really sat with me, and I feel like I've pushed a couple of people away, not because I think I bore them, but because I just feel like I need to put myself first and I need my peace. But sometimes I do feel like a sense of regret, like that Minaj talked about in the song, and I think about whether I should reach out to them. Anyway, child, I thought that it was only fitting that I get into Big Difference. Big Difference is one of the first songs we heard before Nicki dropped the full body of work. But I thought it just fitted perfectly to end with this song, because I believe that in this album, she proves yet again why she is and always will be different from the rest. And she is definitely different from the rest in a big way. She ate every bar up in this song, and without getting into each lyric, Minaj is in essence saying that she is nothing like nobody, and how they all look up to her, and I mean her influence and all stuff like that doesn't lie. I mean, like I said previously, she is literally the imprint, and a lot of people have tried to use her formula to get success, but obviously she's one of one, so it wasn't going to work and still ain't going to work. Now, before we wrap up on the Pink Friday 2, I just want to get into the last song on the gag remix, which is
I wanted to talk about the beat change up, bro.
Okay, sorry, yeah, say that.
There is a beat change up in the middle of Big Difference, and like obviously when she premiered Big Difference at the VMAs, we only got a minute of the song officially. Like if you wanted to upload it on like Instagram or something, there was only a minute of the song, and I think that was the same on Spotify as well. But then when the full song released with the album, I was not expecting the beat change. Like when it came, it was like, I just put the rolls up on me. Like I was gagged. Like she's very smart. She's a very, very smart woman.
Now before we wrap up on the Pink Friday 2 review, I just want to get into the last song that was on the gag remix, which was Love Me Enough. Before this version dropped, I saw Nicki and Keisha Cole and Monica on live, and like that was such a funny live. But I was really like in my head, I really hope they're on the album. So when this song dropped, I was like, yay. I feel like this was such a refreshing song to end with. And I love the message that it puts across, because I feel like three powerful women are walking. It's like they're walking us through their lives, and they're talking about how they've learnt to love themselves. And I feel like it's very important to love yourself. And in the song, one of the bars that Nicki says, Nicki spits in a bar was like, the worst drug of all, the addiction to a man. I feel like that's such a powerful minute. Some of you need to low-key leave your man, but that's not my problem. That's not my business. But I just feel like what Nicki, Keisha, and Monica are referencing in this song is so important. Like, you need to really love yourself. And I feel like this song kind of tells a story of growth and how they all learn to love themselves as they've got older. I love how Nicki made a reference to Ike and Tina. If you know, then you know. That scene in the limo was crazy. I also love in the song how I love in the song, I think it was Keisha that made this point. She said, I've been thinking maybe no one needs to save me. And like, that is such a strong line, because I feel like, shout out to Thames, she says something like that in her song Not an Angel. I just feel like I don't need saving. Like, I mean, it would be nice to be saved, but it's like I can save myself. Yeah, that's a wrap on the Pink Friday review. And I just wanted to say I really enjoyed doing this, because I feel like I came to I learned a bit more about Nicki, and it made me appreciate her more. It made me reflect a bit on my life a bit. So I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I feel like this album surprisingly so eloquently fits the theme that I'm covering in these episodes, which is sampling. This album was the first to reach 1 billion streams on Spotify. Shout out the Queen. It was also
not the first ever in how long?
No, like they said something also about like 2 decades. I think Pink Friday and Pink Friday 2. And then in the first week that it debuted, it sold like 228,000 units, which is like,
that's with Billboard's interference, by the way. We're on to you, Billboard. We want our 100,000 streams back.
Yeah, there was one.
Anyway, before I get myself sued, we're gonna log off.
Yeah, okay, we've given you a couple stats, so yeah, shout out the Queen, we love you. And ciao from Gag City, we out.